Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the channel. I'm back. It's been over a week now since I last did a video. I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video, but I had a small operation last week, so the last sort of 4 or 5 days I've been at home recovering, feeling sorry for myself as one does when they have any operation. But I'm on the mend now. I'm going back to work tomorrow. I've managed to go out and drive a little bit today, so I'm definitely going in the right direction. But I thought, since I think I did the last one was just before Christmas, I think I mentioned I deleted all the videos that I recorded prior, like last year, that I just hadn't uploaded because I wanted to just do a fresh thing for this year. But over the last sort of, I suppose, 2 to 3, more 2 weeks, I've had some, well, all of them have been deliveries of a variety of Vinted and eBay stuff. So I thought I'd jump on and just show you them because there's enough to talk about. There's still a few things that I'm waiting for, but they will just be tagged on to when I do another one, which will be a while now because I don't plan on picking anything else up until I get paid, which is going to be about 2 weeks. So won't be getting anything until then. But yeah, like I said, I just thought I'd jump on now and show you what I have got. As I think this is maybe the first pickups video of the year. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. I have a lone DVD, as they would say. Just the one DVD. I had ordered another one with the same actor in, but it hasn't arrived yet. It's pretty hard to get on DVD or on physical media at all. So I don't know if it's actually going to arrive or what, but I got it at a stellar price, so we'll just have to wait and see if that turns up. I did have one the end of last year, before Christmas. I ordered the Bean movie, which is another Blu-ray that's really out of print, and I got it for £12, but it never arrived. It got lost in Royal Mail apparently, so I had to get a refund for that. But anyway, I'm babbling on. The film in question is Splash, with Tom Hanks, Daryl Hannah, Eugene Levy and John Candy, who was the main reason that I picked this one up. The Blu-ray, I've had my eye on. There's an Australian Blu-ray, but it goes for ridiculous amounts of money. I've had my eye on it for a couple of years, never come across it, so I thought I'd bite the bullet and just get the DVD. Really cheap anyway, and it's a film that I've always wanted to see. Like I said, a great cast, and this is the best way to see it because it's cut on Disney Plus, and all the new versions will probably be cut. So if you're looking to sort of watch it, I'd suggest picking up the DVD, because I'm imagining, because when this came out, this DVD, I'm not sure if it's going to tell me, but it looks like an old DVD, so it shouldn't be cut, so it should be all good. But yeah, just the one disc in there, nothing else in there. So yeah, that's my first pickup, which is Splash. Just shut in there. Another John Candy title, which I ordered from HMV through eBay. This one also starring Richard Pryor. It is Brewster's Millions, which I believe is actually a remake. I think there's a few versions of this. But oh, what I didn't know about this film, which is now making me want to watch it even more, is this a Walter Hill film. And Walter Hill is just a phenomenal director and writer, in my opinion. Everything I've seen him do, I've really enjoyed. So surprising that I just didn't know that he was behind this. But yeah, Richard Pryor, John Candy, early 80s comedy. Yeah, all up my street. Lots of boxes being ticked there. So yeah, if you've seen Brewster's Millions, let me know what your thoughts on it are. I'm trying to go in the right order. Those are all Vinted. These are all eBay. So I say these. So this one I did allude to in my last pickups video from just before Christmas. For Christmas, I went. Basically, when I was in York, I was allowed to spend £50 in CEX on whatever I wanted from my grandparents, and I bought loads of Blu-rays, one of which was The Drowning Pool, which is a detective film starring Paul Newman. I didn't realise that once I'd picked it up that it's a sequel, and the other film was actually available on the premium collection, so I did a bit of digging and found a copy of it on eBay, and that is, of course, Paul Newman in Harper. Unfortunately, no slipcase. but it doesn't bother me too much because where my HMV Premium Collection titles are stored, I can't see them, so my OCD will be fine. But yeah, good cast as well. Lauren Bacall, Arthur Hill, Robert Wagner, Shelley Winters, Janet Leigh, Strother Martin. Really, really good cast. I am really looking forward to getting into this one. I love Paul Newman. I love a good detective, I like sort of thriller. And it was the first one he did, by the looks of things, based on a book. So yeah, that is Paul Newman in Harper. And again, this is a set, I finally bit the bullet on it. I've only ever seen the original, which is just an absolute classic. Not for years, though. I had the original on Blu-ray on its own, and I've not seen the 2 sequels. I've heard mixed things about the third one, but most people generally seem to enjoy the second one, because it is the same director returning from the first film. So I would have preferred the 4K set. I had my eye on the 4K set for a few years, just never bothered picking it up. But I got this for about £5 on eBay from either Music Magpie or World of Books. It's not in the best condition, but the Blu-rays are all fine. And it is the Ultimate Trilogy of Jurassic Park. So this obviously includes the original Jurassic Park, The Lost World, and Jurassic Park 3. So yeah, I've never seen The Lost World, and I've never seen Jurassic Park 3. Mainly just because I've never had them. I've only ever had the original film. And it's been many years since I've watched that anyway. I'm not a fan of the Jurassic World films. I got rid of the one that I had in my collection. But I am looking forward to delving into the sequels for this and going back and revisiting the original, because The Lost World is one of the very few Spielberg films now that I haven't actually seen, and I've got most of his films as well. So yeah, that's the Jurassic Park Ultimate Trilogy. And then the rest of them are all Vinted pickups. I've been utilising Vinted over the last sort of 2 weeks. I did it a few years ago, was just buying loads of stuff from Vinted, and then I stopped, and I was mainly getting titles on eBay, specific films that I wanted. But I thought for the new year, I'll get some decent titles, some label titles. So I've a mix of Indicator. I've got another premium collection, a Studio Canal Vintage Classics. Just a mix of stuff that I've come across on Vinted, and some of the sellers have been brilliant with their prices. So just very fortunate to get all of these titles. But yeah, I don't know from next month if I'm going to be sticking with Vinted. There's a lot of stuff that I need to get watched as it is. So I might try and get some of that watched and just go for stuff on eBay or go to shops and get stuff that I actually want, until I watch everything. But yeah, anyway, enough babbling on. The first one is a premium collection. I just looking at some of the premium collection titles on Vinted, because I just want to try and fill in ones that I haven't got, because they are getting harder and harder to get. And for a £5, I picked this one up, which I've heard good things about, and it's Bad Day at Black Rock, which has got Spencer Tracy and Robert Ryan in. I don't know anything about it. It sort of looks like a Western, but I don't think it is. Walter Brennan, Ernest Borgnine, Annalee Marvin, great cast. It says Spencer Tracy plays World War II veteran Macready, who keeps his own counsel about why he's come to Black Rock, and who keeps his wits about him when confronted with threats and violence. It's directed by John Sturges, who did The Great Escape, and they ramp up the tension while revealing Macready's mission and the town's grim secret. So yeah, it sounds like a good film, like a sort of post-war film. So I shall give that one a go. Then the Studio Canal one is a title that I've been after for a while. This was still new and sealed, and again I got it for about £5-7 on Vinted. So couldn't pass it up. It's a Sam Peckinpah film, and it is Cross of Iron. I know this is available on 4K, but it's a film I've never seen before, and I'm happy with the Blu-ray. I think I've mentioned before, I'm not going as big on 4Ks anymore. Blu-rays are fine for me. With my setup, it enhances it, so I can't really tell the difference, to be honest, personally. Obviously, there will be more stuff. I am now this year, because I used to a little bit, but now I'm really going into, because I missed out on a lot of good stuff last year, new releases. So I've pre-ordered some stuff. I've pre-ordered the 4K of Westworld. It's a film I've never seen. I've pre-ordered the 4K of Ben-Hur, another one I've never seen. Hard Boiled, which is out in March. There's a new Hammer set coming out next month. I pre-ordered that film. Something else I can't think of that I pre-ordered. Oh, Dogma 4K I've pre-ordered this morning. So I am going to be getting more titles that I think I will enjoy. Because as well, by paying what you pay for them, if I watch it and I don't like it, I'll just sell it on Vinted. But Cross of Iron, get me words out. World War II film, you've got James Coburn, Maximilian Schell, David Warner, James Mason. Really good cast. As I said, it's a Sam Peckinpah film, and I've only heard brilliant things about this. I do quite like Sam Peckinpah. Wasn't massive on The Wild Bunch, but Straw Dogs, and some of the other stuff I've seen from him, I've really enjoyed it. He did the original Getaway, didn't he, as well? That's a really good film. Cross of Iron. And then just a normal Rogue Blu-ray. Now, I did also mention this in my last video. I'd ordered this. I had picked up the DVD in a charity shop last year at some point, but because I didn't pay much for it, and I'd always wanted it on Blu-ray, I'd been looking for it on Blu-ray for a long time, and I found it for £10 on Vinted. I thought, why the hell not? Monty Python and the Holy Grail. The Life of Brian is probably my top 3 favourite comedies of all time. Very rewatchable, very quotable, always laugh when I watch that film. But surprisingly, I've never seen this one. I also did get is it The Meaning of Life at Christmas? So that's another one I need to watch. So yeah, I pulled the trigger and I pulled the trigger. Everyone always says that. I picked this up because I saw it. What next? I can see some poking out that are definitely not indicators, because I want to save those till last. Next up, another title, Monty Python-esque. It is directed by Terry Gilliam. It's got Eric Idle in it. So that was enough for me, and I've always wanted to watch this, so I will try and prioritise this. I do think Criterion have released this now, but again, for about £7 I paid for it in a bundle. Why the hell not? The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. As I said, Eric Idle, you've got John Neville, Uma Thurman, Robin Williams has a cameo in here, I believe. Oliver Reed, Sarah Polley, Jonathan Pryce. Great cast there. And Terry Gilliam's just one of those weird and wonderful directors. I really appreciate pretty much everything I've seen from him. So I'm sure I'm going to have a blast watching this one. Then another one that was in a bundle. There's, like I said, I've dealt with some absolutely fantastic sellers on Vinted that have given me really good prices on bundles over the last couple of weeks. This was another title. I believe Sam was sent this maybe by Roy last year, and he watched it and he said it was really good. And again, it's about £5 I paid for it, so I thought, why the hell not? These are the sorts of films I want to try and get into more. And it's The Lost World, which is on the 101 label. So one of those old sort of fantasy adventure films. I want to say I've seen parts of this before. I probably have on TV years ago. But there's a few more in the indicators that they cross over. They're very similar sorts of things. But yeah, another genre and area, the 50s and 60s sort of fantasy adventure films I want to get into more. So very glad to have that one in the collection. The next one's literally only just arrived in the last hour. Ash messaged me 2 nights ago, so it's really not taken long to get here. If you don't already, go and follow Ash over at Popcorn and Horror. Great guy, just so down to earth, absolutely great content he puts out. Honestly, one of my favourite YouTubers. I wish he put more content out, but I know he's got a very busy life, so I understand why he doesn't. But yeah, I absolutely love his content, and he's just a great guy. Glad to call him a friend. And he said this one, he thought I'd mentioned it before. I may have. But he said it looks like your sort of film anyway. I said, yeah, it does look like my sort of film, and I'd heard of it. So it's an American import from Music Magpie, but I got it for £10, so I thought, why the hell not? It's a film called Soul Surfer. So this is region A and B, so we'll play over here. But I got region 3 player anyway, so doesn't matter. And I'll read you the back. It's the incredible true story of teen surfer Bethany Hamilton, who lost her arm in a shark attack and courageously overcame all odds to become a champion again through her sheer determination and unwavering faith. Great cast: Anna Sophia Robb, Helen Hunt, Lorraine Nicholson, Carrie Underwood, and Dennis Quaid. I've heard, because I think I mentioned it to Kenny maybe, and he said it's like a Christian sort of film, faith-based film, whatever you want to call them, and some of them can be pretty good, I won't lie. So yeah, I'm happy to have this and give it a watch for what I paid for it. So yeah, that is Soul Surfer. Thank you, Ash, for pointing that one out for me. And then yeah, the rest, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, technically 10, because I have watched one, but I'll save that for the weekly watches. So 10 indicator titles, all really good price. They were about £5 each. He was listing them for on Vinted, but I bundled most of them, so it came out cheaper. First one we have is Gregory Peck in MacArthur. A war film I've heard good things about from 1977. As I said, it's Gregory Peck in the title role. Ed Flanders, Dano Herrely. Music by Jerry Goldsmith. But unfortunately, as with all indicator titles, you don't get a synopsis on the back, but you do get a lot of special features if you're into your special features. So yeah, that was the first title I got, MacArthur. A lot of these were sealed as well. This next one, another John Sturges film, starring Charles Bronson, and it's a film called The Valdez Horses. And you'll have to tell me, because I struggle to know the difference. I think these ones, this one and that one, I think are the limited editions. Yeah, it says on the back. And then the next one I'll show you, because it doesn't go all the way to the top, is the standard edition. And again, £5, no brainer. A Western with Charles Bronson, Jill Ireland. Yeah, like I said, produced and directed by John Sturges from 1973. Yeah, looks like a good thing. And again, lots and lots of special features on there if you're into your special features. So yeah, that's the Valdez Horses. Next up, like I said, this is, I think they're standard editions. Yeah, it just says indicated Blu-ray. I love the lead in this, and it's one that's always appealed to me, so I added this one as well. It's The Big Fix, starring Richard Dreyfuss, Bonnie Bedelia, who played, is it Holly McClane? John McClane's wife in Die Hard. John Lithgow, Fritz Weaver, music by Bill Conti. And yeah, it's a private detective comedy, I think, from 1978. So I got another one that I don't really know too much about, but I thought for the price, why the hell not? Give it a go, see what it's like. Next up, another Charles Bronson film. This time, Charles Bronson in a Michael Winner film called The Stone Killer. Another standard edition. Take away his badge and he'd top the 10 most wanted list. So I'm getting sort of Dirty Harry vibes from this. It came out after Dirty Harry, 1973. But it just looks like the same sort of thing. If you've seen it, how does it compare to Dirty Harry? Obviously, it's not going to be as good. That is like sort of the standard for that sort of film. But yeah, there's all the special features, and you get the disc and all that sort of stuff. You know what you get with Indicator. And then another one directed by Costa Gavras, starring Jack Lemmon and Sissy Spacek. We have a film called Missing, another standard edition. Just trying to see who else is in here. Nobody else that music by Vangelis though. Oh, that's pretty good. 1982. It says Charlie Horman thought that being an American would guarantee his safety. His family believed that being Americans would guarantee them the truth. They were all wrong. There you go. That's that one. And then some of those adventure films I was telling you about. The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. I have The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, which I bought about a year ago and I've still not watched. So I thought he was selling this. He did have Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger as well, but I missed out on that one. So I'll have to try and grab that in the Indicator sale or if it comes up again. But yeah, these are the sort of films, the Ray Harryhausen films, that I want to get into more. The only one I've seen is Clash of the Titans, which I thought was excellent. I think that was his last film as well that he did. But again, this is just the standard edition, but fun 50s adventure films. So yeah, we'll be giving that one a go. And then the rest of these, the other three were sealed. They plunged into a world of incredible dangers amid mysterious forces. We have Mysterious Island, From the Top of the Sky to the Bottom of the Sea. Michael Craig, only name Herbert Lom. I know Herbert Lom, those are the two names that I know. This is 61, this came out. And again, lots of special features on there if you like that. Then we have one, I don't think this is Ray Harryhausen, but it's the same sort of thing. 1953. It's produced, I think, by Stanley Kramer. Based on a screenplay by Dr. Seuss. Interesting. It's called Dr. Seuss's The 5,000 Fingers of Dr. T. Don't know anything about this one. With Indicator now, if I see them at a good price, I'm just going to grab them, because it's worth it for that, because they 9 times out of 10 I enjoy most Indicator titles. But there you go, that's all your special features. And then the last one, again, I'm not sure. Yeah, this is Ray Harryhausen as well. From 1960, we have The Three Worlds of Gulliver. So Gulliver's Travels, I think. I don't know anyone in this one either, but again, as I said, Indicator, I'm just going to grab them. So yeah, that's all the spiel on the back. So yeah, that's everything I've sort of got in the last 2 weeks, I suppose it's been. Let me know your thoughts on any of the ones I have picked up down below. Any good ones, any stinkers there, any I should prioritise. Just put it down below and let me know. What was I going to say? I was going to say something about the channel. I forgot. I was going to say something, but it's gone out of my head. I'll have to try and think of what I'm going to say before I finish the video. I'm planning on going to the cinema tonight to go and see The Housemaid, one that I missed when it first came out. Because now that I'm feeling better, I want to try and make the most of going to the cinema. So that, yeah, I'm planning to go and see tonight, hopefully all being good. This video will go up straight away anyway. And the weekly watches will be back on Sunday, so that's all going to be back to normal next week. I can't remember what I was going to say for the life of me. No, it's gone out of my head. I told you about my plans sort of buying. Like I said, I've got a few pre-orders now, so I might be getting some for titles that I'm interested in. I've got all that to watch as well. Just trying to get stuff watched, really. Yeah, it's annoying me because there was something that I was going to say, to mention or something, and it has completely gone out of my head. That's why sometimes I should just say things when they come into my head, so I don't forget it, and it's there on a video recorded for evidence. This is going to annoy me now, but it's gone. Yeah, that's it really. I've got a lot of stuff to get through and watch. Like I said, I'm busy tonight. I think I'm going to the cinema tomorrow night as well. I've got a lot of stuff. Busy guy. But yeah, that's it for this video. So if you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Turn your notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded to the channel. Comment down below anything and everything. As you know, I always take the time to get back to anyone that leaves me a comment because I really do appreciate it. And that is it. So until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye.